Hello, everyone. Oh, I hope you can hear me clearly. Yeah, so I am making this video. I'm trying not to mess up my hair. I'm making this video because of covert narcissists. And, like I've said before, I don't really like that term. I don't like any of the terms necessarily, but I don't know anything else to call it yet, so we'll use them. But I guess I want to make you realize I don't like that term. Um, I do like the super empath term more than just empath. Um, I do like that term a lot more. Or I think that the clinical term, I think it's also called highly sensitive people. I didn't know that that was real. I thought that that wasn't right, but okay, newsflash. Anyway, that's not the point. The point of this video is going to be just to um, I guess it could be like a prelude to the one, not a prelude, an after thing. It's not before. I did a video, I think I did a video telling, anyway, I don't even remember if I did it, if I posted it, but I want to put it to you like this. You want to keep the same energy once you realize that you want to and you need to remove yourself from a particular situation that is toxic. Yeah. Um, a toxic situation will consist of a person or persons who actually, use you as their little emotional punching bag. They say things to you that are really mean and bad, um, and for some reason or another, you're stuck there unaware, you know, of the dynamic that's going on around you. Maybe because you were born into that, or that's all you know, or maybe there has been a traumatic event that has caused you to be a lot more susceptible to getting stuck there and then staying and then not leaving and then getting stuck there and then not going anywhere and then staying stuck there. I can't say that enough. um, One way that I realized and that I've learned to really remove yourself from that type of a situation is to maintain your same energy once the realization hits you that you need to remove yourself from that situation. Um, it's like being an undercover cop or something like that. I guess one could compare it to that. A lot of us repeat the narcissistic, abusive relationship like over and over again, not realizing that if there is something that we are actually doing to make this happen. We're not doing it intentionally. We're doing it because we're just being the best people that we think we're being. Like we're actually like happy, and then the next thing you know, we're in a situation where someone's got control, emotional control, blackmail control, um, some type of something over us that's keeping us to have to stay there and deal with their crap. Let me say, it's like employers. You got this job. It pays like $2 or $3 more than most, and the job is one of the worst places that you've ever heard of on earth. It's hell with the devil or something. All right, so I'm trying to make sure I talk into my microphone because this is my third take on this and I'm not doing it again. Yeah. So let me say, just bear with me, folks. It gets greater later. It's great now, though. I'm sorry about the lighting as well. That's going to get better, I think. Maybe I'll get some colors. I don't know if I want it to be brighter because I am truly in tune with my dark side. I'm not a victim. I am not a victim. I don't want to be abusive either, but I'm not a victim. I am not speaking for your pity. I'm speaking for you to be aware of something that I'm telling you. Maintain your same energy. You're going to have to remain as reactive as you were when you get that realization that you have to leave. Like you know how your covert narcissistic person in your life could be a family member. It could be a romantic partner. It could be a friend. Hell, you could be in prison and just stuck. with these mother blunkers or whatever. If that is, if you're anywhere that you don't want to be, but you know it's, but your body will, you can sense that it's going to be kind of repercussions to you separating yourself. You want to keep the same energy. You want to have it in your mind and understanding you can do it because God made you fearfully and wonderfully. Like you are created magnificently, and it's time that we tap into our capabilities in order to raise our vibrations and be happier, healthier people. Okay, now I will give you this information as it comes to me. My channel is dedicated to spirituality, and everything is spiritual, especially psychological and mental occurrences that we are as human beings experience. This here, I'm gonna have to start sitting like up straight, guys. I don't mean to keep fixing this, but look what it keeps doing. All right, that's because I cut it wrong. But next time I'm getting the same one again, I'm gonna cut it better. I cut it wrong, and I know it. Anyway, yeah, keep your same energy so that you'll be able to remove yourself better. It's like it's almost akin to how your employer will ask you to they require like a 2-week notice, or then if you don't give them a 2-week notice, then excuse me, I just woke up actually. Excuse me. It's like if you don't give them a 2-week notice, then they can not give you a great reference, or you can't return to the employer or whatever. You know how it goes, or you should know. You want to leave clean, like you want to leave on a good note and on a good foot. You never want to leave a bad taste in anyone's mouth before you. And I had to learn this because I certainly, if you only knew how I was brought up, honey, let me tell you, you certainly don't want to leave like a bad taste in a landlord's mouth, because guess what's going to happen one day? You're going to want to move somewhere nicer, and they're going to say, have you ever rented before? And you're going to say, yeah, but I just leave because I just get out of there. And they're not going to want to rent to you, and you're going to find a lot of problems. And if you were raised in a dynamic, or for some reason you missed that memo, well, life's going to suck for a lot of the time, and in regards to things like that. I actually wish I had known these things sooner, but I digress. You want to keep the same energy with your covert narcissist, or your toxic person, or your crazy person, or your friend, or your whoever, your captor, your psychopath. You want to keep the same energy before you leave. You want to talk that same mess. You can curtail it, or do your very best to limit your need to have to be that way, because after you come to the truth that you must separate yourself, and it's for your own safety and a better, brighter, more peaceful future, you actually raise in vibration. So it's kind of difficult to like toggle back down sometimes, to sit and listen to gossip, but this time you might just hear it and not act. You want to kind of only do, when it comes to doing new things or adding to it or giving more input into a negative situation that's bad, that you might be, you know how narcs, they really love gossiping about people. Like I think they have like a whole freaking meeting. I swear, if I could be a fly on the wall. Yeah, but you want to, once you realize, like, wait a minute, that's not right. Why are they talking about him like that? Why are they talking about her like that? You don't want to voice that opinion. You do want to get away from it. You do need to realize that you must get away from it. You can get sick or go pee, or just, here's a good one. You know what, I'm done. I don't even know what to say. Let's just get this work done, or whatever. Anything to not add more input into what you finally are realizing isn't fair, or it isn't right. It doesn't feel good to you. At the same time, though, you're like kind of logged in to, and I say logged in like how you're logged into your laptop, your computer, or something like that. You're kind of like logged into a dynamic or a system that will chew you up, spit you out, and step on you and throw you away should you leave, because they feel betrayed. No one wants to be discarded. How the narcissist, they, they love bomb you, give you compliments and tell you how awesome you are, and like, how super spiritual and psychic you can be, and then like, as soon as you need a moment to tap into the Most High, it's like you get quiet. Oh, they're on to the next source of supply. And the way that I knew my narc was on the next supply, they were like telling me things like, "Oh my God, you're a demon and you're a devil and blah 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 blah." And then at the same time, and so is so blessed, and it's another person that is gifted as well, and my dynamic and my someone that I know, and I realized that was my that was sign number one for me. But my awareness is a lot more than it was. So that was the first time that I was like, hey, and here I go. We're about to have a smear campaign. And so I immediately went on the offensive with that one, and let it go. But I got discarded already anyway. But and although it wasn't a 100% clean break, there was still some hard feeling involved there. It was just refreshing to realize that I'm about to get smeared. Okay. Usually, I know that in the past I couldn't even I didn't even see it. Excuse me, pardon me, guys. It must be in my red ones, the last of it. Yeah, the store must be open. Yeah, but anyway, there was something else prior to. Yeah, so right before I actually got ready to record this, I actually woke up because there was some guy talking. I'm going to put his information in about him because I liked his voice. I don't know. I once I hear a certain voice, it kind of certain voices are like soothing to me, and especially when they're giving up information too, like for good information for growth and development. He was saying something like, he was like, you shouldn't call people toxic, and it's because toxicity is actually, what do you say? Toxicity is a buildup of you not speaking your truth. And so, although I've not completely finished the formula that I'm working on, and this was not this wasn't his topic of discussion. It's just something that he said. I think he was talking about food or something like that. But anyway, I live and I love vibrations and frequencies, and I feel that the main reason that I connected to this entity is because it just felt good to listen. And he said that one little tidbit, and I'm not even finished listening to what he was saying. I'm going to turn it back on when I get done here. My point is this here. Only reason I'm going to put that in the bottom for you maybe is because, you're a human being, and we're actually capable of things that we didn't know about yet, but we are learning, especially like lately. I'm sure that even if you don't pay that much attention to yourself and your body and your thoughts and your senses and things like that, your dreams or what have you, you have been upgraded. Yeah. So you're very likely to realize what I'm saying, and then some of you might be way past it and on to the next. And so kudos to you. Maybe you can help me out. But for those of you all who are, even if there's just one precious jewel of you, even if it's just one morsel of gold, one drop, or one person that, that gets this, likes this, hears this, and understands this, and doesn't want to share, or what have you, learn and grow from it, because that's what I'm here for. And, you are more valuable to me than like just for one person. I could deal with one person or 100 persons. I get the same love and the same, I'm cool. I'm just happy to be here, Grateful, yeah, very grateful, very happy, very cool, very okay. All right. What do I want? Nothing. I don't want anything. I don't need anything. I'm perfect. Right now, yes, I'm okay. Yes. Anyway, that's what you want to strive for at all times. That should be your point of reference. You want to be okay. I'm in alignment. I'm in alignment with my calling. Yeah, so, and it's necessary. In order for me to come to this point right here, I had to find a way to separate myself from a situation that was going to cause me grief. because of the separation process, because of the entity that I was connected to that was like giving me rides to the store, and you know, I'm nursing an injury, so I have like a limp, and you know, so I was way more invested in, you know, dealing with the crap and God damn it and stuff like that with that entity, because I was like, that person's not going to give me a ride, or you know, it was like that. So I, it's like it was like that was held over my head, like, you know, you got to maintain your energy, okay, that you had before you realize that you need to remove yourself to be a better self to yourself, to the world. hmm And I know I just now said a whole lot of stuff, but that's why everything on my channel is spiritual. I speak and I move and I behave in my own way, and I am my own person, and I enjoy it. It's pretty effortless these days, and that's just the way it is. You know, and if you're feeling me, please like it, share it, watch it till the end, because I'm 9 times out of 10 I'm going to deviate again, because it just happens more than I anticipate. But I like it. You know, I like the realness. It's real and it's honest. And when I'm not taking notes and writing things down and trying to sit up perfectly and be all made up and perfect, I'm kind of in my flow way, like I'm flowing, and I know that I'm being more beneficial to you than I would be if I wasn't flowing, you know. And that takes time for me anyway, because I have that perfectionist bug. But sometimes you can't get everything perfect, but you can get your message perfectly across, or better, you get it across clearly. Sometimes all the bells and whistles and preparations like get in the way, you know. So just know that in time things are going to get greater, better, brighter, bigger, more beautiful. I don't like to be too much, so things will get to a certain point so that you can focus on what's important. You're going to focus on or get out of these videos that I'm going to be making about spirituality and spiritual things and tarot card readings and psychological and physiological and mental issues that we have. And I don't even like the word issue until I look it up, because issue sounds kind of bad. Or just, you know, experiences that we are having as human beings. That's what I like to talk about and involve myself in and learn about and all that there. That's very valuable and important and precious to me. And the reason is because we should have known these things that we are learning now. Some of us are learning it now. Some people already know, but for those who don't know, this might even seem kind of shysty or slick or something like that, and that's okay. But I guarantee you need to hear this and at least have it in your mental Rolodex. And when the time comes, you'll use it, and you'll understand that you got to maintain that same energy when you're separating yourself from a person that you are connected to in a relationship of any sort. Because if the person is insecure, toxic, or whatever, they will harm you. They can harm your they can try to harm your reputation, or like I said, the employer won't give you a good reference, and I've seen them not do it. It has happened in my experiences of others and my own. Yeah, it can happen. Or if you're dealing with a violent person, or a person that like has outbursts, yeah, they'll hit you over the head with something, or you know, start a fight with you, and then one thing can lead to another, and then but you know, it'll just take a long, crazy, unnecessary turn that you don't want to add to your list of things to unravel and detach yourself from. Keep your same energy. Keep your same energy, okay? I say that with as much intricateness, if that is a word, as you can muster up. There is no such thing as overthinking. There is a such thing as underthinking. You're always supposed to have your mind engaged in some sort of thought. Who doesn't always think? I mean, the only time I see people that don't think is when they're singing and when they're doing what they're called to do. Like, I'm not necessarily thinking right now. I really want you to get this. This is my gift. I'm not thinking. I'm like in a meditative Zen state. Yeah. So you want to, at the same time, I am trying to be as clear as possible, you know. Anyway, you just keep your same energy. Have the same reactiveness. Like, if, you know, you always cry because Mr. your boyfriend, he has girls calling the phone, and you have come to the realization, like, I don't give a shit no more. I wish that one of those girls would call her right now so that I could have some time to myself. I got something I feel like doing that I don't want him around me. But you're stuck in a house with him, and then so next thing you know, you have that thought because that level of awareness probably then kicked in, and now your manifestation abilities then simultaneously, you know, elevated along with you, and you didn't manifest the chick to call, and now you sitting there like, yeah, well, he's gonna realize your lack of reacting to that ding, or that call, or that suspicious thing that he does, or that flirtatious thing that he does in front of you. So you're gonna have to still at least suck your teeth or muster up try a tear or two. And it's unfortunate that you have to dwindle back down into that way. But unless you have already made yourself an exit strategy or a plan to get away from that energy, that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to put on that mask and keep it coming, honey. And that's why I try to explain and express to people, I'm not nobody's victim. When it comes to people that prey on people, I am their worst nightmare, and I am okay. I've been through it. It was funny. You laughed. I cried. Okay, yay. What big deal? I'm still, please. I ain't to be around, fooled around with in the wrong way. You know, you need to, you know, yeah, step it up. Dealing with me, if that's what your agenda is. I am very aware of my everything, and I vet everything. I vet everything. I don't care if it's $1 million. Okay, I am not anxious for anything. I don't have a desire to hurry up and meet up. Nothing. I don't believe in missing opportunities. That doesn't exist to me. I manifest opportunities. Yeah, my opportunity is not really going to really be good and opportune for me until I'm equal to it. You know, it's levels to these things, and you got as your levels increase, your opportunities increase. So for a person to, you can't like miss really an opportunity when you're when you're vibing at a low octave, and you get to your job interview late or drunk or something. Oh goodness, but whatever. That is not something that would have been good for you anyway. So instead of beating yourself up about it, just go back to the drawing board, or go back to the lab, if you will, and you know, manufacture a clean, peaceful way where the energy kind of doesn't just chop right off, because it's not going to be good for you or the entity. I mean, well, the entity or the empty meat suit that they are. Boy, I tell you, like that's not going to be good for either one of you. And what I did also have to learn is that even when it came time for me to remove myself from toxics, yeah, like I still kind of needed, like I did, I be still needing like rides and stuff. However, I have enough of me so much that I don't need any rides. I don't need any help. I don't go in any people's places of anything unless I just don't. I mean, I just don't mind not. I'm okay. You know, I know how to make it without food and stuff, or, you know, I know how to make myself, you know, okay until I can be okay. I am not into the whole begging thing anymore, where there was a time I'm like, oh, please. But sometimes you got to keep that please energy up. And smile to your inside, you chuckle inside yourself inwardly, if you will. You know, when you know that you're right on the precipice of formulating a specific strategy to get yourself away from that type of energy. Sometimes by the time you manage to, you know, mental I mean, that word, that's my word, but by the time you mentalize that type of understanding about, like, you get a strategy and, plan, not on paper, not on paper, these things can't be written down, or whatever. I speak how I feel like it, though. But yeah, once you get it in there, you never know. The universe might release you from it, and it might just be a clean sweep. Boom. I feel like somehow that's why I talk about everything spiritual too. That's why I told you I might deviate, because I feel like that's our human abilities that we actually do have, that we were we were told that we didn't have, and that's even partially part of the reason why I employ various different aspects from various different cultures into my own spiritual practices, that originated in Catholic and Christianity. Not saying that I'm not a Christian. I'm saying that I'm a Christian plus. Um, I'm an upgraded Christian, and not and I know that a lot of people won't agree with me, and I know that a lot of people will resonate. So the agreements and the nod, you might not be able to outwardly agree with such information that I'm giving you right now because of your affiliations. You might have to sit there and say she's a whatchamacallit, like, she's going to hell, yeah, or something like that. Um, I can certainly respect it and understand it. Nonetheless, my life's call is to inform you of these means that you're going to have to implement. You need to realize, people, that life is about balance of good energies and bad energies. I guess you would say light and dark, male and female, yin and yang, up and down, this and that. Karma. Life is karma, and there needs to be. It has to be balanced. It just must have to be. So there's going to be some negative things going on. There are going to be some great positive things going on. And I'm not saying listen, Tiff is in tune with all of that. That's why I don't really, I respect my energy to be quiet about people's, you know, um, indoctrinations and things like that. I don't want to raise, I don't want to be starting no problems with people and stuff like that. But that's why I'm here alone by myself. Finally, at last, thank you, God. Thank you. Whew, whew. Thanks. I want to say thanks to myself, and I want to say thanks to the universe, thanks to everything else, for this wonderful, lovely life of mine that I am loving. Yeah, yeah. So. Uh, just take my word for it, because I'm trying to stay third person. I'm trying to like not involve too many identities in my talks, but I'll do my best. Like, I mean, what the heck? It's not, you gotta know it. You're gonna have to learn it. Children, you need to teach it to your children at a very young age. Like, and we need to learn this, that when you realize that you got to separate yourself from an entity, and it's going to come up because the world is receiving so much of an upgrade right now. Like, a lot of us are getting downloads in our dreams that we haven't even tapped into yet, but you definitely got them. I promise you that much. You've got upgraded. You've been upgraded. Your body has been upgraded. Your sense of awareness has been made more, and you're aware of way more of a lot, and you really need to focus on the world is coming to a point where literally whatever it is that you focus on is what you get. Now, but like I said, this is at the beginning of the talk that I'm having a discussion about. The persons that you may be around, sometimes I just want to remove myself from a situation. I don't feel like having to look back or look over my shoulder, or maybe a drive by. I just want to let go, disappear, be gone. And if I can make that happen that way, clean and clear, that's my best favorite way. Like, with no casualties, that's no cleaning up, no life has been lost. You know, no possessions have been thrown away or pissed on or something, like, you know how narcs do. Um, and it's really a good thing to you know, to take into consideration, even if you don't agree. You know, put it in your toolbox, at least so that you know, or can then raise your awareness to the fact that that is available to you, and then you might want to raise your awareness to when that's actually occurring to you. Peace, peace, and peace is peacefulness is what I love. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I don't even want to say don't get me wrong. My energy is very under my control, meaning that gives me a greater resolve. Like I can get about the life need be. I have the energy to either, you know, do what I want. You know, I can raise up or just chill and relax because of me implementing what I'm telling you. And then, like I said, it's levels and levels and layers to this understanding. I'm like giving you like the, I guess, the base layer of it. And as you operate in this mind more, there will be lots of other things that will show themselves to you. Because it's like it's going to raise your consciousness. You're going to get into tune with who you love, what you love, how you love, what's good, and all that there. So these are just the beginnings of my videos and things like that. And like I said, my background is going to get better. I promise. I'm always going to be doing videos. I promise myself. And so yeah, I'm first on my agenda. So if I promise myself, then I can, yeah, just believe it. Now if I only promised you, it might be iffy. But you really have to start honoring yourself. I feel bad when I don't do what I say I'm going to do for me. And so oftentimes I'll even do like a skit test run after I've lost, well, in the past, after I've lost like all the confidence because I procrastinated, because I just didn't do what I said I was going to do. So those would be the times when I kind of guess I would, like, I guess, punish myself and just do it. Knowing I'm just, you know, venting or what have you on the air. But there's a part of me that feels loyal to me, that says, at least look what you done did anyway, in lieu of these, you know, the people that feel some weird way that's not how I wanted them to feel about what I had presented. That's on them. They probably won't even be in my sphere of consciousness, you know, as time moves on, because I'm getting better as time goes on, because I'm doing this all the time because I love to do that. And when I love what I do better. You do better when you love what you do. And sometimes you got to prepare. You know, sometimes you just get thrown out there and you don't have a chance to prepare. And that could be traumatic. If you can avoid that, by all means do. But if you can't, I'm telling you what to do. I've been in both situations, and in both situations, I have made it out of it. I don't ever want to be, though, in a situation where, you know, things are abruptly taken away or whatever. I only really like to be in control of it. I'm a control freak. I'm a control snob. Like, I'm an energy snob. I need my energy to be right. And that being understood, the freedom that I live in, and I'm gonna die this way when I die. It's when my body dies, it'll be in a free way. Life is very enjoyable daily. I love it. What's that? What's that chain? Yeah, like, I love it. Am I what people would call famous and rich and all that? I guess, I don't know. I just know I'm really appreciating a very special part of my life. It's called privacy, and I get to do my growing privately. Like, when you're in the presence of a narcissistic person, every bit of growth that you make, it's like they expose you, clown you, and laugh at you. And if they're covert, you feel like they're your bestie, and really they're just making sure you don't go too far. And you have to, with them, they have an even more heightened sense of your presence and your fluctuations, your emotions, of deciding to remove yourself from the situation. What they don't have, though, is empathy, so they won't be able to feel you how you can feel them. You know, if you're a highly sensitive person, or like an empath, or a high you got or whatever like that, they really won't be able to feel you because I think that their mirror neurons, something's off with them in that aspect. But they definitely do study the way you walk, the way you breathe, how many times you breathe. Yeah, they study just as much as a person that is considered an empath studies, and that's why you get them kind of like mixed up because they are they're I don't know, they're like machines that study stuff. Only thing is the advantage that you do have over them is you can feel. I would say I'd say almost possibly like as maybe with your right brain or your creative part of yourself, you can feel and know and be and you know and feel, but you want to make sure you maintain that same energy so that you can separate yourself from the situation. Meaning you might have to downgrade a little bit. It happens. That's why I don't feel like a person can hold you back down in whatever past thing you did. I'm serious. That's why they let porn stars, rule church. I mean, run churches and stuff. I mean, it is what it is. You can't. You have no right. No. Not only do you just don't have no right. You have no power over anyone to make a person stay, in a specific consciousness. You just don't have the. It's impossible. And I. Why would you even think that you could do that? I mean, people do try, and if you don't know that they don't have that power over you, they might get a few off on you, have you stuck for a bit longer than you should be stuck because you'll feel like, oh my God, I'm losing all my popular friends. They're not your friends. People aren't your friends. When you have friends with a narcissist, the people that are friends with a narcissist are not your friends. Okay? They're not. And as you grow, you're going to make new, better friends. Then some of them might change their ways and come back around to you. That's okay. But they were not. As long as they're a friend of a narc and yours together, they're not your friend. They're just not. They're not. So that's what my covert narc would say things to me like, Tiff, people just don't take you seriously. And I'd say, I don't care who they are taking me. And why are you telling me about? He couldn't. I don't even think till today. I don't think that he fully feels what I'm saying. It don't matter if those people that you hang with don't take me seriously. They're your people. They're our family members. I know them. I know that they don't take stuff that's serious and real serious and real. What makes you think that I have my heart and goals set up on them? Duh. Moving along. And keep your same energy. Like, how they gaslight you and stuff in private and then get you to react in public. You're gonna have to react in public how you was if you have an exit strategy set, because they are gonna figure that out. Like if you just be like, I'm not about to do this. They got $100 on the way that they said they're gonna loan you, or whatever the case could be. They might fall back on that 100 or that money or that thing that you need as a part of your separation plan self, like you're getting yourself out of there. You have to use whatever you have at your means to get away. A good friend of mine said it best. They were like, this person was like, look, I don't give a fuck how you gotta get away from motherfuckers. If they're toxic, you just gotta get away from them. And that was sound advice. And pardon my cursing and stuff like that, but I'm just saying, it's a fact. I don't know. I appreciated the reality of it all. You just gotta let go. You gotta learn how to let everybody go. You're not supposed to be like all hooked into people like that and controlling them and then controlling you. And it's hard at first, but it's cool though once you get the hang of it. I don't know. It's more fun when you're alone. Like you can go. I can do anything. I can get up, leave here, and go do anything I want to do, and never hear about it. Especially if it's with a stranger or somewhere in Vegas or something like that. Another thing you want to be mindful of are the things that you actually do when you're in the presence of those people who envy you, who want to hold you down, who want to those kind of people that kind of like don't like you. And your body can tell your stomach you can feel that they don't like you, don't want you to be okay. They will engage in activities with you, and I'm telling you, I'm talking about they could be your partner in crime. They could be like I don't know, y'all do some drugs together. You could have a threesome. cheat on your spouse or something like that. I don't know. Whatever it is, they will, as soon as they get the perfect opportunity that they are possibly manifesting, lining up, and manufacturing, they will throw you under the bus, and they will, yeah, sit there like they were not there with you doing that god awful thing y'all did. So, um, and just be mindful of it, folks. Listen, I'm not telling you this. I'm not telling you this because I'm trying to employ like being like not being. I don't want you to stop being honest and stuff like that. But you really need to raise your awareness about everything that's around you. There's no such thing as overthinking. There is most certainly a such thing as not thinking enough. Yeah, I feel that way. Or maybe there is a such thing as overthinking something, but I'd rather overthink something than to not think about something. Just got to be aware of everything. Explore yourself when you get discarded, if you get left, and you're instead of let your heart break, but really understand it. Look at the bright side that you don't never have to deal with a certain person again, even if they're the love of your life. Like I'm telling you. It's just not worth it. I wouldn't even try to get in contact or dug into any entities or agencies or people or anything until you really take some time out to get to know yourself. And I'm saying that for every person of every age, 10 years old to 20 years old to 30 to 40 to 50 to 60, take time out for you to get to know who you are. There's more to you than that book told us in the book in the Bible and all the other Reading Rainbow and Mr. Rogers and them have said to us. There's so many other areas of the humans anatomy. There's a part of us that is invisible, physically invisible to the naked eye, not the spiritual eye. It needs to be worked on. It needs to be worked on. It needs to be exercised. Now is the time. All right, folks, that's that. I went like way far into this. Yeah. So in addition to this talk that I had, I am still doing my readings right now. The price for them is going to be $43.07 for a reading, and that's all I got for you. I don't have any necessary outline. It'll just be a reading. You need a reading, hit me up. I've got a Cash App, $43.07. It'll probably take me a day or so to get with you because I don't really do readings that much on the internet. I do them in person, and I would like to not have as many people in and out of my residence because I'm an energetic person. I just sometimes I enjoy it. It's peaceful alone. It's less energetic action. However, I can offer readings sometimes if I had the time, if I don't have anything already lined up. Which I don't have that many clients. I got like 4 or 5. So, yeah, if I'm not doing anything and there's like an emergency, maybe there could be an extra fee attached to an emergency. I do sleep a lot. So if I got to get up, out of my bed right now to do something in an emergency, I'll add it in there. But for right now, if I don't get a chance to get around to adding it in, just know I do still do my tarot card readings. They're thorough. I do a Celtic cross, and then I add different modalities into my readings. And I'm a different. I don't think we're all different. So, I'll do my best to. I can guarantee quality. I don't believe in shoddy work. So when it comes to doing readings, there's quality definitely. I enjoy doing it, so if I enjoy it, it'll be done well to the best of my ability. And what else was there? I think that is it. You got to get away from the narcs, and you got to plan your route, your mode of escape. Yeah, it's worth it. And don't let nobody hold you down. Don't let nobody have you thinking that you can't do whatever it is that you were called to do. There's always a way for you to implement your life's purpose. Always. Even if you come from some type of a bad background where someone tries to like blackmail you or tries to do some type of extra special exposure, to mess up your credibility. There's always a way. And if you're here, this is the time to really hone in on your gifts and offerings to the world. And don't forget about what it is that you're here to do, and try. Maybe it's going to come back to your spirit. It'll drop back into you, and start doing it small, even. Well, like, see me, it's small in here, but I am here, and I feel like I feel like my information is substantial, and it is all over the place, and that's just the part that you need to grow with me, because see, this is why I tell you guys to get your birth charts done, because like it's in my birth chart. It's just going to always be happening. Like I'm really I know a lot of things, and I just go from here to there to there. I come back a lot of times, and that also, see, with my readings, that'll offer you a little bit extra anyway. You get more insight. So instead of being judgmental, be discerning, and enjoy yourself. Mostly, that's the thing. Enjoy yourself. And I think that's it. See, I'm not babbling. So we went for 45 minutes. I'm gonna fix my hair one day. Really good. Gonna work. All right, y'all. So I see you guys later. And I'm gonna post this to YouTube and Facebook with Uprising, Empaths Uprising. I love that. It's my favorite. That group right there. Love them. I love it. I love it. It's really sparked something in me that's going to keep me going, and giving me these videos like I'm doing here. They're going to become more and more regular. So get used to it, people. Okay. All right, y'all. I will talk to you later.